Leon Rocky Edwards versus Belal Muhammad. So this is a long anticipated rematch. I feel like it should have happened ages ago, but there's no better time for it to happen now because it's for the belt. Leon has had the belt now for quite some time. He's defended it twice, and I feel like Belal is one of the most improved welterweights in the world. So I believe Belal definitely deserves his shot. He's got his shot now. But for me, it should be a routine defense for Leon. It should be a very routine defense. It shouldn't be anything difficult. As long as Leon stays switched on and doesn't try and do nothing too crazy, I feel like he will beat Belal. Only thing I'm not liking is Leon is being a bit. It's like they're taking him lightly, and I don't like that because every man who steps into that cage has a chance to win. This in MMA, anything can happen. Anything can happen. So I feel like there's no easy fight in MMA. Even if you're at the top of your game, there's no easy fight. So I feel like Leon can't underestimate this man because Belal, after losing to Leon, has gone on to really put in some work. He's beat some live opponents. And not only that, he's stepped up his training. When you talk about even if you just look at conditioning, Belal's cardio looks serious as well. He looks like a man who can wrestle. His striking don't look the best, but he was in there with Burns and he held his own against Gilbert Burns. So I believe that Leon can't take this man lightly. He has to understand that this brother's walking around with a Palestinian flag on his back. So just to show you the level of how bad he wants this. He wants this badly. He wants this. So we cannot underestimate this man. He's coming to Manchester. He looks switched on. He's kind of motivated himself as well because he looks really, really angry. And we're going to react to one of Leon's things in a second. But he looks really, really angry, this Belal guy. Like he's trying to build up almost an anger that's not there. So even when I'm listening to Belal talking and he's saying stuff like, oh, I hate this guy, I hate him, and I hate his brother. You don't know them like that to hate them. And I get it that they've been saying things in interviews, but that's what fighters do. But I feel like Belal's trying to build up like almost this tension. So when he gets in the ring, he can just motivate himself. And anytime you see a man motivating himself like that, he's a live opponent. He's carrying a nation on his back right now. We know what's going on over there. We know what's happening to his people right now. He wants to give his people hope. And a lot of people might say, oh, that's got nothing to do with it. Just remember when Usyk fought Anthony Joshua the first time. Was it the first time? No, it could have been the second time. Or no, was it the first time? One of those times when Usyk fought Anthony Joshua, Usyk was almost carrying the weight of his nation on his shoulders. And if you go back to around that time, I was saying, people, this man is carrying the weight of his nation. Anytime a man feels like he's carrying that, it's almost like he brings an extra 50% into the ring. Because by him losing that, his people are going through something terrible in their history. By him winning, he's almost written into the history books. And that means a lot, especially to a gladiator, people. The average man may not understand it, but to a gladiator, he wants his name to be remembered. A gladiator would die during battle just to have his name remembered. And that's what Usyk should be an example to not only combat athletes, but to competitors globally. Because no matter what you say, what's going on during this time of boxing over the last 10 years, 15 years, in the Ukraine, Usyk's name will always live on for what he achieved during his nation facing adversity. So you got to think about it now. Belal is from Chicago. He's born in Chicago, but his parents are Palestinian, so that means he's a Palestinian. Now, if you notice with Belal, when you're looking at him in the interviews and stuff, he's rocking one chain. Look at the chain that he's wearing. It's got a little Palestinian man on the chain, and the clasp of the chain is the Palestinian flag. Enough people ain't watching these things, but I've been watching. Belal said that chain has been made by a Palestinian jeweler, and the reason why this jeweler made this chain is because they're going to sell it after the fight to the highest Palestinian bidder. Now, a lot of people may not be looking at this as nothing, but people, you should be looking at this as something, because these men are carrying the weight of a nation. So the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm saying when a man's carrying the weight of a nation, he goes into the ring more confident. He goes into the ring more fearless. So Rocky cannot dismiss Belal Muhammad. The belt should be coming back to Birmingham, but we cannot take this man lightly. And to be honest, we can't take no man lightly moving forward, because what's this? Defense number 3. So we can definitely keep this thing going. I definitely believe that Leon can become one of the all-time greats. 100%. 100%. That's what I see happening. I see Leon becoming one of the all-time greats in the sport. But in order for us to get there, we have to take every opponent seriously. And Belal is the butt of all jokes online. People make a lot of jokes about Belal. They've come up with all these memes. I've been watching MMA Guru, and even him, he clowns Belal heavy. But people, that's what people do. But when you look at what the man's been doing in the cage, or in the octagon, he's performing. He's beating some live opponents, man. Sean Brady, Gilbert Burns is a live opponent. Trust me, I know he's took some years off the clock because he's been in some wars, but Gilbert Burns, look at his fight against Chimaev. So Belal must have something about him. We can't underestimate this man. So that's it. Outside of that, this is going to be a routine victory for Leon. Leon looks comfortable, man. He looks comfortable. The whole team, shout out Dave, shout out Mickey, shout out Fabian, everybody else, man. The whole team looks comfortable up there. Like they're supposed to be here. So let's not underestimate this man. So let's hear what Leon's saying. This is the
kind of surprised just how much Belal seems to hate you.
I am 100%. For some reason, I don't know what scenario is built in his head.
All right, so you see, that's the first question they asked. They says, why is it that Belal seems to hate you? What it is, because Leon don't understand, what it is he needs that hate to motivate himself. Belal, you can tell, let's keep it real. You can tell that Belal is a nice guy. He's not a man who's got no anger in him. Leon and Belal are very similar characters. They're both humble guys. They're both nice guys. These are not trash talkers. These are not guys like that. But Belal needs to be able to, he wants venom. He needs some venom. And that's why he's building up this hate.
We fought first time. Everyone's seen how the fight went. Ended in eye poke. Now we're having a rematch. That's where it starts to end with me. You know what I mean? For him, it's kind of built up like a mad scenario in his head where, I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird.
he's bumping into each other, he's popping off, he's saying he's going to do all these mad scenarios to you and embarrass you, torture you is the word he used today. Do you think he's being out of character, or do you think he's realised, like, I'm going to have to start promoting myself to try and get these opportunities again? Or what do you make of his behaviour this week?
I feel like he's trying to talk himself in the fight. He's trying to convince himself that he's better than what he is. I feel.
Which he has
It's
to
the
do.
only way.
People, this is what Belal has to do. Belal needs to be able to talk himself into a position of anger. That's what he has to do, because let's keep it real. There ain't no real venom between Belal and Leon. That first fight, Leon was piecing him up. But at the same time, we got to understand, people, that these fights, was that scheduled for 3 rounds or 5 rounds? Let's just say it was scheduled for 5 rounds, which I believe it was. That was only 1 round. So you can't, you see what I mean? You don't know what the results of a fight will be, because when Leon fought Usman the second time, before Leon landed the kick, Usman was in control in that fight.
Obviously, as you know, it's a rematch of a fight a few years ago. I'm sure it was during the COVID times, if I'm not mistaken. And Leon and Belal fought, and I think it was an accidental poke by Leon, and Belal milked it, and the fight got stopped. He's gone on a winning streak since then. Since then, Leon's won the belt. To be honest, if I don't hear anything than a Rocky win, I'm surprised. I'll be very, very surprised. And I'm not taking the opponent lightly, but I just know how good Rocky is. You understand? And I think it's his time to... I can't really... There's no one I can see really in his division right about now who's going to give him any problems, personally. But, I'm not an expert. That's just my opinion. But I just believe Rocky will be... I'm looking established as well, if I'm being honest. I'm expecting... You know what? I'm expecting a statement off of Leon. Now, I'm expecting a statement, because I'm going to talk the king, as you know. Leon, people can say what they say. This is my opinion. Leon wasn't luck with his head kick. It wasn't luck. I know Leon, and I know Leon what he does. But if you look at the fight, the Usman fight, he was getting thrown around like a pair of jeans, bro. You know what I mean?
Until the head kick?
Say that again?
Until the head kick?
Until the head kick. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I'm just being honest. No disrespect to Leon. But the facts are the facts. If you looked at the fight, he was getting hammered. He's getting hammered. It's like a boxing match, and Tyson's beating you for 14 rounds, and then you just land one, bam, and you knock him out. You can't sit there and say, I was the best fighter in the fight. It wasn't like that. Everybody saw. Now, the defended it. The rematch with Usman came. KG affair, won on points. Again, okay, cool, I understand. Got through that hurdle. Then Colby Covington came.
Who didn't deserve the shot?
He didn't deserve the shot. Let's be real. He didn't deserve the shot. He got the shot. Leon dealt with it. But for me, Leon needs to make a statement as a champion now. He needs to make a statement, and I say that for saying this, because when Usman first won the belt, everybody thought, Usman's just a wrestler. All he's going to do is kick it down and out-wrestle you. No. Usman evolved, started to stand and bang. Rock man, slept man, Masvidal got slept. He's still sleeping now, I think. But, and I want Leon needs to put out a statement like that. To me. He needs to put out a statement to say... So
you said knockout.
Yeah, I'm looking at knockout. I'm not saying it's going to be a head kick. It'd be great if it was a head kick, but that's just that shot, and he'll never duplicate that, I don't think. Even if he tries, he'll never duplicate that. You know what I mean? The circumstances, the situation, the big speech by Dave, that situation will never come again. It's gone, move on. But I believe, for me, Leon needs to make a statement to say, I'm the champ. The head kick weren't no fluke. It's my time, and that's what I think he needs to do, and that's what I'm expecting of him tonight in Manchester on English soil, I should say. I'm not saying home soil, it's English soil. He's not English, he's a yard man. Let's talk the thing. So
Yeah, you see, you clock his
know.
new shorts. You clock the new shorts.
Yeah, I've seen the shows.
He put the yard flag on them, though. He put the yard flag on them.
Huh?
He put the Jamaican
Yeah,
flag
the
on
yard
him.
flag's on him. But you see, as Leon's gone further down his career, he's more emphasising the yard. Now, I was telling Leon to do this from day one.
Give him the inside. Give him the inside scoop. You bought Leon a yard flag, innit? You're the one who gave him that flag, right?
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
when Leon first started, before he got to UFC, as you know, came through UTC. You was a member of the gym.
Yeah, man, I was in
You
there.
know.
I was in there.
Leon's pad class on a Tuesday, 6 till 7. Leon used to take the class. I was in the class with Leon doing them classes. So I remember I used to say to him, Leon, when you're fighting, right, how come you walk out with an English flag? You're a flipping yardman star. Rep Jamaica, bond the English team. You know what I mean? You're not no English youth. You're a Jamaican youth. Big up your Jamaican status. And he said to me, I would, but I can't get one of those big flags. I said, say nothing. Boom! I went out and got a Jamaican flag.
Yeah, man.
Here's your flag. So from that day, Leon put the Jamaican flag and the English flag together. So you notice when he walks in, sometimes he walks in with the Jamaican side, sometimes the English side. And that's how it started. That's how I said to Leon, you need to big up the yard. And we always talk about it. I said to him when he won the belt, it'd be great if you could defend it in Jamaica. And he was saying, like, Jamaica doesn't got the infrastructure. I said, nah, that's a myth. That's a myth. If England can take test cricket teams to Jamaica, UFC can take the UFC to Jamaica.
I hear what you're saying, Anthony, but I hear what Rocky's saying as well. I don't know if Yard's yet ready for a...
Yeah, obviously, I understand. Come on, I understand it's not the easiest place. Come on, we're not stupid. We know the facts, bro. We know how Jamaica's set. We don't know. I'm not trying to be cute, but I do believe where there's a will, there's a way, bro. Because Brazil, let's be real, Brazil's got ghettos just like Jamaica, bro.
Different though, different.
They don't always go to Rio in Brazil. They go to different places in Brazil. You understand? Yeah. And bro, you can go to Kingston, bro, and keep a show. You could do all right then.
Now, Anthony, we got a comment here. Ari, big up yourself. I see you in the chat. Ari said, Anthony, they haven't got an arena for the UFC.
National Stadium's an arena. Sorry. May not be up to Wembley's par or whatever, but the National Stadium, it's called the National Stadium for a reason. You know what I mean?
I think Leon's homecoming. You're right though. You're right. I agree.
At the National Stadium, that's where football goes on. That's where athletics meetings, the trials for Jamaica, Usain Bolt was running around on the blue track. So it might only hold, if it holds 20,000, but 20,000, UFC will pack Jamaica with 20,000. Remember, you know, Jamaica, you got Miami down across the road. So America, UFC, it's nice for fans can just go to Miami.
Yeah, it's an hour flight from Florida to Yard.
There you go. So when you're saying you can't put, you can. Okay, UFC probably would have to do a bit more work than they normally do. They'll have to probably put a bit more extra dough in than they normally do. I get it. And like you said, some realistic out of 100%, how likely is that going to happen if you got to 20% your grace? You know what I mean? I'm just saying it could be but where there's a will, there's a way. You can, bro. You can.
I think if Rocky holds on to the belt, if this is what I want to see, hold on to the belt, you can go Yard. Hold on to the belt. They'll probably facilitate that.
He needs to make that statement though. And I think as well, for me, I think Rocky needs to do them tours, bro. He needs to go to Jamaica and go around, walk around with the belt and, promote it, bro. Promote it. Remember before Lomachenko done Ricky, that's what Ricky was doing, going around Jamaica, promoting it. The whole of Jamaica was backing it.
Are you talking the Axeman?
Obviously, it's a different situation where...
You're talking the Axeman, Noble? I mean, Anthony, the Axeman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nicholas. His name's Nicholas Walters.
Yeah, Walters.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what he was doing. You got to promote. You got to embrace, bro. And you know, Rocky lives in England, and that's where his base is, and so that's what he does.